All right, guys, we're coming to you live from Dripping Springs, a city that is often referred to, Brian, as the gateway to the hill country. And we're going to talk about really what makes this community such a draw, why it's grown so much, and who better to talk to about that than Mayor Bill Foulds. And then we also have Susan Kimball, the president of the Chamber of Commerce. Thank you both for joining us.
Absolutely.
Thanks for being here.
Appreciate y'all taking the time to come out.
So let's talk about the population. I mean, Dripping Springs proper, we're talking about 6,000 people. But then when you kind of factor in Belterra and the ETJ, it's how much?
Almost 40,000, maybe a little more. That's the school district, basically.
Yeah.
It's 40,000 people.
That's a big difference.
Yeah. It's blown up, Susan. Wedding capital of Texas and gateway to the hill country.
Sure.
Two pretty good designations and
Sure.
nicknames. How does Dripping Springs kind of combine all of that to have such a great reputation here in Central Texas?
Well, I think the wedding capital of Texas designation is great because it shows that we're a destination. People come from all over the world, believe it or not, to have weddings here. So that's always exciting. Gateway to the hill country. I believe there are a few other communities outside the hill country. Everyone tries to claim that. But coming from Austin, we're for sure the gateway to the hill country. So it shows that we're a little bit different than the city. You know, we're headed toward hill country, a little slower pace, ideally, and that's what people are looking for. So yeah.
But you have such friendly people here. It is such a friendly city, and the community is just, yes, it's growing, but you keep that heritage. I know that that's what you all want to make sure that you can grow. You're not going to keep the city from growing, but you want to keep that heritage. You want to keep that charm.
For sure.
Talk to us, Mayor, about really what you find, what makes you proudest to be the mayor here of Dripping Springs?
The people.
Aw.
It really does. We've grown a community that's very welcoming. We've welcomed businesses and still welcome businesses. We had some slowdowns because of issues with the wastewater permit, but now that that's resolved, we're going to continue to grow, and we just have to make sure we manage it so that the people that have been here can see what Dripping was about in the 90s, in the 80s, and even before that. So,
Susan, this business we're in, the Deep Eddy Tasting Room, is
Right.
a fantastic facility.
Yes.
Businesses, it seems, as I drove in from Austin, business, as you get into the city limits. What draws that kind of atmosphere where businesses want to expand and want to grow here in Dripping Springs?
I think it's a few things. I think it's our proximity to Austin, proximity to, you know, a major metropolitan area, and as San Antonio sort of becomes another spot, this whole region between Austin and San Antonio, you can still have access to that hill country vibe, but you're close enough to, you can get to an airport in a reasonable amount of time. I also think it goes back to the people. I think the way relationships are fostered here, it really helps the businesses grow. And we hold our luncheons here at Dripping Springs Vodka, our chamber luncheon.
Nice.
So we try to keep, you know, a laid back vibe out here, and it helps business happen all the time.
Perfect.
There's a lot of business happening here. Thank you both for your time. We really appreciate it.